Hey guys, I am back to do my manga haul for the month of September 2020. Yeah, you know how I was like, hey, I don't feel like I've been getting that much manga lately. I went a little crazy in September. So basically, what ended up happening was that I ended up, I went to write stuff because I was just like, okay, well, a lot of, when I ordered my manga, the pre-orders that I was interested in for, Shoujo Beat and stuff had already, come out, and Right Stuff already had them. So I usually don't order from Right Stuff because, frankly, they piss me off because they take forever to freaking ship. And if you have anything in your order that, is out of stock, or a pre-ordered item that comes out later at the end of the month, they will hold your whole order until that freaking thing comes in. Which pisses me off because when I order manga that's in stock, like with a bookstore, I kind of expect you to freaking ship it. And then they sit for a week and they're like, oops, we're sorry, something's out of stock now you have to wait for another week. And it pisses me off. So I don't order from Right Stuff usually because that drives me insane. So, however, when I ordered everything that I was ordering from Right Stuff, they said everything was in stock. So I was like, okay, well, maybe this will work, maybe. That was some wishful thinking because, of course, 3 or 4 or 5 days later, they still hadn't shipped my manga. And then when I checked on my manga, they were like, oh, well, 3 of the items are now out of stock again. And I'm like, ugh. So, pisses me off. Learned my lesson. Not ordering from Right Stuff again unless it's older stuff. Not new stuff. Just older stuff, I guess. Or I don't care when it comes in because when I am ordering my pre-order stuff or my manga that's brand new, I want it to freaking come in, which is why I always order from Books A Million because guess what? They ship the day it releases. Shocker! Mind blown. So there's that. So I did one order from Right Stuff, got held up because stuff was out of stock. Got frustrated. Usually what I can do to kind of mitigate this is do a second order with Right Stuff of stuff in stock, and then they'll do a combined order and ship you everything that's in stock together, and that usually kicks them and makes them move. So I ended up going back to Right Stuff, and I ended up ordering stuff that was volumes that were older that I just hadn't caught up on collecting the manga yet. So I was like, okay, well, let me do this. I'll just get some of the stuff that I've been meaning to get, but I haven't gotten. I'll just get it now. So I did a second order with Right Stuff. Granted, every time you're doing an order with Right Stuff, you try and get to at least $50 so that you can get free shipping. 2 orders with Right Stuff, over $50 for the free shipping. And then once again, something goes out of stock. And I told Shae I was about to throw myself against a wall. But they finally shipped everything. I have everything, but that's why I have a lot of things, because just not only just my pre-orders, me trying to catch up on some of the other manga that I was a little bit behind on. So let's just get going, because I ranted for 3 minutes. Okay, first things first, the newest volume of To Your Eternity. I think Shae said that this is the end of that current story arc, which I'm kind of looking forward to because I'm kind of bored with this current story arc, if I'm not even gonna lie. This is just basically, how do I even explain To Your Eternity? There is this creature, person, named Fushi, and basically he's some entity that is learning essentially to be human by interacting with other humans and forming attachment. And then when those people that he's formed attachments with end up passing away, he can I guess kind of take their essence and end up being able to morph into that person and keep their memories alive, so to speak. So the whole current story arc is them basically fighting these creatures that are just trying to kill him, so they can I guess take his energy or the memories and everything else. And it's that big story arc of fighting the bad guys, and I was just kind of getting bored with it, frankly, I'm not gonna lie. I really need to fix this camera angle. I thought I was okay. At least you can kind of see it. Okay. The next one is the 4th volume of Living Room Matsunagi-san. This is another one of those shoujo school boarding house situations, which I love so much. Main girl Miko moves into her uncle's boarding house and like basically is interacting with all the people living in the boarding house, and of course has feelings for one of the guys there who's an older individual. This is an age gap. If that's an issue, well, it's age gap. It doesn't bother me so much. I mean, right now it's just very like innocent and cute. So he basically treats her kind of like, oh, this is like my kid, you know, essentially. But obviously, I'm sure that will change because, you know. So there is that. The next one I got is the 6th volume of Witch Hat Altier. This is about, well, witches. So this is basically about a group of witches who are, you know, well, witches in training who are learning to become witches. And one girl who is basically trying to save her mother because she accidentally turned her mother to stone in the beginning because she was trying. So basically witches, everyone thought it was like you had to be born with the power to be a witch, but apparently it's actually not. It's apparently you could just learn to be one by just basically drawing runes and things like that, which she discovered, and then accidentally turned her mother into stone, and then ended up trying to become an apprentice and become an ultimate witch so that she can turn her mother back. So there is that. Another one I got is the 3rd volume of Night of the Ice. This one is, I'm hoping, it's still super cute. Like, I did read the second one. It's still really cute. I still kind of wish the managers were nicer to the girl, but it is what it is. I'm hoping that that gets a little bit better as we go on. But it's basically about childhood friends. One is like an office, the female is like an office worker, and then the male is a figure skater. And the only way he can like do well in his figure skating is for the girl to basically do like his favorite like transformation sequence song or something from one of their like anime childhood things that they watched. So it's super fluffy and super cute, and they're very adorable together. And then this is one of the ones that I caught up on. I did not realize that I hadn't gotten the 3rd volume yet, and then when I was looking through my manga, I was like, oh, I never actually got that. So this is one of the ones that I got from that Right Stuff second order. So this is basically about Theo, who's trying to become, I guess, a magus. It's technically a Kifna. So he has to basically go in and try and apply for becoming an apprentice to be one of those, because he loves books and he loves libraries, and in this world, like, basically libraries are like being created so that obviously everyone has access to books, but there's a lot of people where, like, you know, books are so precious that they don't want like the poor people to have to be able to touch books and things like that. So it's pretty interesting, and it is a chunky beast. So the next one I got is another one I was catching up on. I did not realize that I didn't have the 2nd volume of Beyond the Clouds yet. I need to like figure out, like, I need to look through my manga better because I keep like losing track of things. So this one is super, I mean, like, look at the art. It's super cute. It's kind of very Studio Ghibli. So, oh, are we both named Theo? Yes, we are both named Theo. So this one's main character is also named Theo. So it's basically like a guy who like works on gadgets and things, and he ends up finding this girl who has like metal wings, and he's trying to basically like figure out how to fix her wings and save her and things like that. So it's very, very cute. I mean, look at it's adorbs. So there is that. The next one that I got is the 2nd volume, finally, of Cherry Magic. Cherry Magic is so cute, guys. I don't feel like enough people read this one. They need to read it. This is adorably cute. It's basically a businessman who, when he turned 30 and he was still a virgin, he became a wizard. and he can now read the minds of anyone who he touches. So he basically is just like going through life figuring out with this. There's a coworker that he realizes now has feelings for him after he touched the coworker, and it's their situation together, and it's so cute. And not enough people read this. It's really adorable. I'm actually like quite impressed with what Square Enix has put out so far. I like The Old Man and His Cat, and I like this one a lot. So I need to like, I guess, check and see what else they put out. And then the next one that I ended up getting was the second volume of Perfect World. This one I will be reading for Shae's Fall into Manga Love, which will probably have already been done by the time you guys see this video, so there's that. But this is basically about two people who, like, they went to high school together, and I don't know if they both had crushes on each other, but I think the girl had a crush on the guy. And then, like, you know, time moved on, and then they're both, like, grown adults. And they meet up again, only to discover that basically the guy had gotten a spinal cord injury and was now in a wheelchair. And it's, like, them navigating, like, trying to potentially be together with a disability like that, and it's actually like really well. I've only read a couple volumes of it. I can't remember if I've read this one or not. I think I have, but it's really interesting to like see this, because I will admit, unfortunately, I don't read too much about disabilities, so this is actually a really good one to read if you just want to basically read more about it. And then the last of the bigger size, I guess, is me catching up on Phantom Tales of the Night. This was another one that I did not realize I was behind on. So I got Volume 4 and Volume 5. And this is basically about a creature, whatever's, that there is this guy who has an inn, and you can go to the inn and they will basically solve your problems, help you out, but you have to give them secrets in order to do that. So it's actually really interesting. It's very like Clamp-esque, and I appreciate it. So I'm glad that I was able to catch up, and I think I might read that in October. I think that would be a good manga to read in October, because it's like very like spooky. Okay, now smaller size manga. So let's do the continuations and then I'll do the newer ones. Okay. So, continuing on, Snow with the Red Hair. This is the next volume. This is a girl who becomes a herbalist for like the neighboring kingdom's royalty. She's an apprentice. Basically, because of her red hair, everyone kind of is going after her, trying to claim her as their own. So she basically jumps ship, and then the Zen, who is one of the princes of that kingdom, it's their basic love story of how they get together, and it's super cute. It's adorable, and I think we're getting to the point now. I never watched the anime, but I've been told that we're getting to the point where like we've hit like not anime territory, which is pretty cool. Not that I've watched it, but you know. Next one I got is the second volume of Not Your Idol. This one's really cool because it's like psychological thriller type thing in a manga, which you like don't see that often. But basically it's about a girl, Nina, who is a idol, and during one of those like idol like shake your hand signing things, she ended up getting like attacked by a fan, and because of that she ends up kind of going into hiding, changing her identity, cutting off her hair, just like trying to like blend into the world. And it's basically like her making friends, and then obviously people trying to like, you know, rediscover who she is and things like that. So it's really interesting. I don't think we're going to get another volume for a while because I think we're caught up with already what's been out in Japan. So there's that. The next is the fourth volume of Love Me Lovely Not. We're gonna try. So this is basically, it's basically, this is basically like a couple, like two friends. Well, this one girl becomes, the main girl becomes friends with the stepsister of the guy that she actually kind of has a crush on. And then another guy, like it's like kind of like a weird love situation here. I still didn't like what I think the third volume, like I was like why. So I'm hoping that the fourth volume kind of fixes what happened in the third volume, because Lindsay doesn't like when that shit happens in anything. So we're hoping that a trope that I can't stand goes away. Let's just say that. The next one is Kakuyuri Bed and Breakfast Fierce Spirits. It's been a hot minute since we got a volume. I feel like I've been like sitting on 5. Well, I read 5, but I feel like it's been like a long time. Like maybe 6. How long has it been since we've gotten a volume? I feel like it's been a very, very long time since we've gotten a volume. So this is basically the main girl. She inherits her grandfather's ability to see spirits, but she also like receives her grandfather's massive debt to them, and basically she has been whisked away to the spirit world, and she's supposed to marry the head of the inn that her grandfather basically destroyed as payment for him destroying the inn, or you know, get eaten by the demons. And then she doesn't want either of those, so she basically decides that she's going to try and pay back the inn for everything that her grandfather destroyed. So it's her like trying to like navigate the spirit world and make money to like pay her back the debt. And it's really cute. It's really interesting. And I'm looking forward to actually being able to read more of it, because I don't know if we just caught up with Japan or what, but... And then the next one is the 8th volume of Shooting Stars. This is basically Suzumi ends up moving to Tokyo because her mother is ill, I believe, and she ends up living with her uncle. And it's her, you know, basically, you know, going to school in a new place, and another age gap situation where she is either basically one of the kids her age, please, or like, I guess her uncle's like teacher friend or something like that. So I'm kind of obviously wanting her to get with the person her age, but we'll see what happens. So there is that one. The next one is another one that I ended up catching up on because I didn't realize the second volume actually came out. I kept looking to see when it was coming out, and it just never came out. This is one that I did actually get from the Manga Spice Cafe box that I liked, and it is The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life. So this is basically an alchemist who ends up sleeping for 200 years, wakes up, and basically she's like the only alchemist who's left after those 200 years. So she's just like trying to hide her true identity, trying to live under the radar. She just basically wants to be able to live her life and not be an alchemist. Or, you know, do it, but not have everyone know that she's an alchemist. So it was cute. I liked the first one, so I wanted to try out the second one. And then the next ones are like new series that I'm trying out. Two of these are recommended by Shae. So one is Fiance of the Wizard, which look at that cover, it's so cute. Went looking for magic but found love instead. She's the daughter of nobility. She wakes up one day with the realization that she's actually been reborn into a world of sorcery and given a second chance of life. In her country full of heroes, she expects this means she's a chosen one, yet her lot is not as she dreamed. Instead, her path crosses with the improbably powerful stepson of a wizard, and as a young noble lady, her place is by his side as his fiancé. So, yep. But the artwork is gorgeous. So looking forward to trying that. And then the next one that I ended up getting to try out is Fly Me to the Moon. This is one that Shae did read and liked, so I figured why not. From the day his parents named him NASA has felt connected to outer space, whether he likes it or not. His efforts to outperform the space program veer off course when an accident introduces him to Tetsuka, a mysterious... Since she insists on marrying him, he has plenty of chances to find out. 'Cause you know. JoJo. So, the last one I got is me... This was basically the Right Stuff situation. So, trying to figure out what to get to the $50. And I figured I would catch up on something. So, I got Volume Glare 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and Volume 5 of Crimson Spell. This is BL. This is wrapped because, yes, it's very that. There's a reason it's wrapped. This I read. So this is one of the manga I was collecting back in the day when I originally started reading manga, and then stopped reading it for a while and basically got rid of like 90% of my manga when I did that. And then of course, then I get back into manga and start collecting again. And this is one that I did end up getting rid of. I remember liking it, but I also remember, like, I thought it was just never going to be complete because I feel like it just died. Like, it kept just, like, it never came out. So, I didn't feel, like, so bad about getting rid of it. However, then when I was in McKay's with my cousins and I was looking at the manga, I ended up finding a used copy of Volume 6. And I was like, well, shit, this continued? So I ended up getting it because it was super cheap, because it was a used copy and it seemed fine. And then I said, well, I'll eventually, you know, go back and get 1 through 5, because I do remember liking it. This is basically about a prince who, there's like this ancient sword that's been passed down from the royal family for generations, but when he ends up with it, he gets stuck with a curse that turns him into a demon. And basically, to try and figure out like how to break this curse, he ends up going to a sorcerer for help, and they're basically going on a journey to break the curse. However, there's one thing that the handsome sorcerer is keeping secrets from the young prince. The raging demon that Val turns into every night can only be calmed when Halvor satisfies his lust. Yeah, so there's a lot of that in this, which is why it's wrapped. So, there's that. That's everything. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I need to like work on like not doing this next month. And also the books are like a disaster. I've got like 26, 27 books for September, so clearly I need to calm down. So yeah, October, I'll still buy things because I know I can't stop, but I'm going to definitely not have this much. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my manga haul, my like 20 plus minute manga haul, goodness gracious. I will see you guys later for the next video. Everyone have a very good rest of the day.